So today I'll be talking about these Weishi safety razors, and I bought both of them around, well, I bought this a little bit later, a week later or something. So bought it around November 2019, and I've been using both from November 2019 to today. So I had them for roughly 14 months, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So this is more like a long review video. So is this durable, or are these safety razors durable? And I would say yes, they are very durable. So this is a Weishi Long Handled Safety razor, and I bought it on Amazon. Basically, it wasn't a lot of money. It was like maybe $16 to $18. I don't really remember, but it was around that price range. It wasn't a lot of money at all. So it didn't corrode or anything. It's still fine, because when you expose metal to like water, there's, especially tap water, there is some salt in that tap water, and it does cause corrosion on the metal, and there is no corrosion on any of these metal parts, basically. So you kind of like see this white stuff right here. That's from the soap. That's not really corrosion. So I use a soap to shave, basically, and no corrosion at all. But there is a little bit of play when you shake this around. So if you buy a better quality safety razor, there's less play. But however, if you just lock it down, it's good. There's no play. There's really no play when you close it. So it's good enough. So same thing with the other one. There's no real play when you shake it after you lock it down. There's play when you do this, but I don't think that really affects the shaver in any way. It seems to be holding up. It hasn't broken yet. It wasn't a lot of money. I could have bought a more expensive safety razor, but this is the first safety razor I shaved with, so this does offer a pretty mild shave, and the way this is angled and stuff like that. But I don't have it. Other than that, I don't have any problem with it whatsoever. I think it's pretty decent for the price that I paid for it. And if I bought something which was more expensive, like let's say $100 or $200, if you really think about it, if this breaks or whatever, at $100, or let's say at $150, I could buy 8 more of these if this breaks or whatever. So yeah, it's not, if you look at it that way, it's a pretty good deal, you know. The reason why I bought 2 was because I was wondering why these were so cheap. So I thought maybe I'll just buy extra, just in case one of them breaks. But none of them broke. And now I just switch them apart. So I just put a blade in here, put a blade in here. So after the blade gets dull, these razors, double-edged razors, do get blunted after like 7 days of use. So after 7 days, I just switch it off with this one and use it, and then after the 7 days are up with this, I just replace the double-edged blades for both of them, basically, and that's it. So yeah, I think it's good. It's a good value to buy this. I don't have any problem with it. And if it breaks, I don't care. I'll just buy another one. So that's the thing about it. And I think the quality is. I think it's good for the most part. You know, the way this was manufactured is, and the parts that they use in it is good enough. This is a simple machine. This isn't anything like an engine block or a microprocessor or anything like that. So Chinese companies that cloned the original Gillette. I guess this is a Gillette double-edged razor. I guess they copied it from one of those models. And they did a pretty good job of it, in my opinion. And I wouldn't have any problems recommending this to other people at all. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, it basically held up over time, and I'll do another one after a year and see how they are holding up, basically. Because a lot of times what you have to worry about stuff like this that's made out of some type of alloy or metals is that is the corrosion aspect of it. So if there was like rust like forming on any of the parts here, you know, then that's bad, because that would tell me that is very poor quality. If there's rust or pitting forming on any of the metal parts, that's just shows that it's crap. But it's not, I don't think, especially in a bathroom environment where it's moist. There's a lot of humidity and moisture, and you're exposing it to water because you're washing this every time you shave with it. So it's no corrosion or anything like that. So yeah. So it's basically based on perception. So if you want something, well, I guess it really depends on the type of thing that you're buying. So let's say I'm buying, even for even for electronics, when it comes to microcontrollers, I will buy the Elegio Uno versus the Arduino Uno. They're basically the same thing, except the Elegio Uno is cheaper. You know, that's why I'm using those microcontrollers versus the Arduino. They're the same thing, exactly the same thing, except for the color. The outside appearance is different. And I didn't have any problems with using those Chinese knockoffs, not at all. Those are just fine. Never had any problems using those electronic components or any other electronic components I bought from like made in China, like sensors and stuff like that. I didn't have any problems even with complicated machinery like that. So for something like this, it's definitely worth it. You know, it's all about the value and what you get for your money, you know. Not about any of this hype or anything like that, because I saw this video about this guy made about I think it was a Manscaped shaver, and he basically tested just a regular shaver that he was using, which cost so much less, and it really didn't show that much of a difference. I mean, actually the generic razor that this guy was using, or shaver, electric shaver, was in a way much better than the Manscaped shaver, which they were overhyping and selling it for like an enormous amount of money. So basically, yeah, so the lesson to be learned here is that don't go with the hype. Just buy what is what's better value. Better value is more important than marketing and hype, basically. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching. By East 1000 KS 1975 signing out.